Hi, in this video, I will be showing you problem number 8 of chapter 3, section 7 for the practice exam 2. If a ball is thrown vertically upward with a velocity of 144 feet per second, then its height after t seconds is s equal to 144t minus 16t square. A. What is the maximum height reached by the ball? What is the velocity of the ball when it is 320 feet above the ground on its way up? Consider up to be the positive direction. What is the velocity of the ball when it is 320 feet above the ground on its way down? The ball is thrown upward and then it falls down, so it reaches a maximum height at that position. So at that position, when it reaches the maximum height, the velocity of the ball will be equal to 0 because you have a horizontal tangent. Horizontal tangent means slope equal to 0 or the velocity equal to 0. So we have to set the velocity to be equal to 0, which means we are going to get the derivative of the height function. So s prime t equal to 0. So s prime t, the derivative of s would be 144 and then derivative of 16t square, that is negative 16 times 2t, this is equal to 0. That is 144 minus 32t equal to 0, or t equal to 144 divided by 32, which is 4.5 seconds. So time for the maximum height is 4.5 seconds. But the question is, what is the maximum height? So the height is given by the function s. So we have to find out s at 4.5. So which is this t here getting replaced by 4.5. So 144 times 4.5 minus 16 times 4.5 square, which can be computed from the calculator, which is 324. This being the height is measured in feet in this problem because it says the height, the velocity is feet per second. So the distance is measured in feet. So this is 324 feet, which is the maximum height. So the maximum height is 324 feet. Let's do the second part of the problem. What is the velocity of the ball when it is 320 feet above the ground on its way up? So way up, the height is 320 feet. So we know that already 324 is the maximum height. So at two different times, while going up and while going down, the height of 320 is reached. Okay, this is the height. Now the maximum height at this point, the height is equal to 324. So while going up, 320 will be reached, and then while coming down also, a height of 320 would be reached. On the way up, height is 320. So we will plug in into the height function. So it is 320 equal to 144t minus 16t square. So if we'll solve for t from here, so 16t square minus 144t plus 320 equal to 0. So we remove the 16 as a common factor. 16 times t square minus 9t plus 20 equal to 0. This would mean t square minus 9t plus 20 equal to 0. This would mean by factoring t minus 5 times t minus 4 equal to 0. So t equal to 4 and t equal to 5. So as we expected, when time t equal to 4 seconds and time t equal to 5 seconds, which is one is going up, one is coming down, because at 4.5 the maximum height is reached. So at 4 the particle will be going up, the ball will be going up. At 5 the ball will be coming down. So at 4 we have to find out the velocity. So while going up, the time t would be 4 seconds, while going down, time would be 5 seconds. So we have to find out the velocity, which is the derivative at t equal to 4. So we are going to find out the velocity going up at t equal to 4. That's what we are going to find out. So we have to find out the derivative, which we already got in the step, which is 144 minus 32t, which is the derivative. So s prime t equal to 4 here. So we are going to do the derivative. This is 144 minus 32, 16 times 2. T gets replaced by 4 here. So which is 144 minus 128. This will be 16 feet per second. So velocity of the ball when the ball is 320 feet above would be 16 feet per second. Part C. What is the velocity of the ball when it is 320 feet above the ground on its way down? So when it is way down, the time would be t equal to 5. So we are going to find out velocity when the height is 320 feet on the way down would be s prime 5. So that would be 144 minus 32. Instead of substituting 4, here now we are going to substitute 5. So that would be 144 minus 160. That would be negative 16 feet per second. So we know that the velocity could be positive or negative. So it makes sense to say that when the ball is going downwards, the velocity would be negative. Hope this video helps.